right, guys. So we're live here in the Facebook group. Guys, do me a favor. If you can see me and you can hear me, go ahead and drop a like so that I know that the message is getting across, or drop a comment below too. Let me know that you're there. Give me a wave. All right, all right. Just going to get a couple things pulled up here and then we'll get rocking and rolling. I do have a special guest with me here today, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But if you want to watch this live with anybody else, feel free to invite one of your friends to jump on this live. We're going to be talking about a little bit about the yo-yo diet that some people go through. And my special guest here today kind of got through that himself. So we're going to get rock and rolling in just a second, and then I'll do my little intro, and then I will introduce you guys to him. All right. All right, welcome to Military Dad's Fitness Podcast. This is episode number 7, and today we're going to be talking about the yo-yo diet and how someone close to me has gone through that and what he did to actually change his situation as a client of mine. And if you're listening live in the Facebook group, awesome, glad to have you here. If you're listening here on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Play or wherever you get your podcast from, you can join the Military Dads Fitness Facebook group by going to go.militarydadsfitness.com/join. Jump on in that group. We got a ton of great resources in there. So I want to introduce you guys to my guest today. And Juan, if you want to turn your camera on and hop on in here, and if you could just introduce yourself to the guys here.
Hey, Dave, how's it going? Thank you for inviting me. My name is Juan. Got almost 15 years in military service. Lived down in Southwest Florida. And I was struggling with my weight for the longest, for over good 10 years. I couldn't manage and control it.
Awesome. And thanks for sharing with us. Glad to have you on the podcast here with us. Take us, kind of back in time. I know you said you were struggling for about 10 years. What was that like for you?
It was horrible, man. I used to eat food, and not have any care in the world of what it was doing to my body, not realizing that I was killing myself through my mouth, man. I was just eating all kinds of junk food and at all hours of the day, and not considering what was happening. I looked at myself in the mirror, and it's like, oh, this is the norm. I'm getting old, and that's what old people go through. They just, become old and fat,
Yeah, and I hear that quite often. People kind of blame the age and just kind of get complacent in that area. Do you feel that that's where you were kind of at? Just, hey, I'm just getting too old, and that's just what's going to happen?
That's it.
Yeah, we know now that's not the truth. And if you're watching live here and you think that's you and you feel like you're too old, just comment me below if you feel like that's exactly the situation you're going through. And Juan, how is that making you feel about yourself?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I was out of control. My blood pressure was out of control. My sugar levels were out of control. I also am a kidney recipient. So a lot of the stuff that I was consuming, well, all the things that I was consuming was just basically just killing me. And but yeah, my health was just on a downhill spiral, just waiting for death, And I was taking over 15, 16 medicines, different types of medicine for my blood pressure, cholesterol, and sugar, and you name it, I had it. And it wasn't, I'm embarrassed to say it, it wasn't even fun. It's not a normal situation to be in.
Absolutely. And were there things that you just felt like you were missing out on?
Yes, sir. I was, my wife had pulled some pictures from maybe 6-7 years ago. And wow, man, I had this shirt, this white t-shirt that looked like a tent because it was so huge, and it draped over my belly. And you could see my belly here and just draping over my belly. And I was trying to play soccer, and it was just a horrible picture of me. And my wife was saying, like, look, man, look at the difference, so you can see. And I'm like, yeah, that's a difference. And I don't want to go back to that. I really don't. There's no need for me to be in that situation ever again.
Absolutely. And so what sort of things did you try, like, back then to fix it? Was there anything? Let's just go like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I tried joining a gym, and the guy that signed me up gave me that free tour. for 20 minutes. And then it was like me trying to figure it out. And I tried some diets. I try to drink my food. Uh, and just nothing, you could see maybe a couple of pounds here, a couple of pounds there. But the minute, I stopped, it was all, I gained it 3 times as much. And it seems like it was every time it was harder and harder to just, get rid of the weight or break that cycle.
Absolutely. And that's where kind of the yo-yo comes in into play.
Yeah.
Like, how many times do you think that you did that to where you would lose the weight, put it back on?
Yeah. I want to say a good 3 to 4 times at least within the last uh, say year, like 3 or 4 times. I even bought these gadgets and I thought that hey, if I if I do this, I might lose the weight and get motivated. And nothing. My knees were in pain. I couldn't run or go around the block. Even I couldn't bend over and tie my shoe. I had to pre-tie them and then stuff my feet in my sneaker. So like that I didn't. Excuse me. Like that I didn't have to bend over and tie my shoe. But yeah, I like I said, I never want to be in that situation again.
Absolutely. And it definitely sounds frustrating to be in that situation, especially when you feel like you're doing the right thing. You've got a new diet plan or a new fitness
Right.
plan, and you're like super motivated. You get the weight off, but then there's nothing afterwards to keep
That's
you
it.
to sustain that. And you just go in this endless cycle. It's
That's it.
frustrating. And I'm sure some of the guys in this group are frustrated with that. They're doing keto, maybe doing like one of those beach body type programs that
Mhm.
are designed for you to get a quick results, but nothing afterwards. Like these things aren't sustainable. Would you agree?
That is correct. And the one thing that I think that what I've noticed from these things is that it's yeah, you could do it and lose the weight, but there's nothing after that. There has to be a lifestyle change, and it has to
Absolutely.
come from you first. So yeah.
Absolutely. So what do you think was your biggest hurdle in trying to actually make that significant change that you wanted?
I think when I first saw your ad, I saw I was skeptical. Like I'm sure that a lot of folks are. You see these things on the internet and you don't know if they're real or not. But I think the biggest thing that pushed me over was your sincerity. And I was going through the testimonials and people were saying good things about it, even though that can be skewed. But it looked honest and sincere, doable and sustainable, which I think is key. Something that is doable and sustainable, because you could go to the gym and start cranking out bench presses and stuff like that, but if you can't sustain that for the long haul, for the rest of your life, basically, it's no good for you.
Absolutely. And you really hit the nail on the head there. Guys, you need to find something that you can plug into your life. It's not about going 110%. If you're in this group, we're all either in the military or been in the military. We all went through one process called boot camp, and they told you got to go 110% on everything you do.
Yes,
Otherwise, you're
sir.
not going to achieve anything. And the thing is, the 110% typically injures us. We go way
Yes.
too overboard. We go to the gym and we're like, you know what? Got to hit the extreme workout in order to get results. And guys, it's not the case. You need to, instead of trying to take your life and plug it into this healthy thing over here, you need to find a way to take that healthy thing and plug it into your current lifestyle. That's the
Yes,
way
sir.
that you do it. So
Yes,
Juan,
sir.
what was something that you did like 3 months ago that allowed you to start getting moving forward towards your goals?
Well, but the first thing I did was sign up with you, and when we had our first conversation, I had to run it by my wife, and it's like, you know what? I think I need to invest in myself, and and I think that was a catchphrase that you had mentioned in our conversation, that it's an investment. It's an investment in your health, on you. It's for you to live a long life or a healthier life, that you're able to, chase after your grandkids. And I think that that the one thing would be, yeah, the honesty and the way you presented the information when we first met.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome, man. So why don't you tell the guys, kind of what your life is like right now?
Oh, right now, well, right now I'm in the store chasing behind my wife. She's going she's going shopping, Christmas shopping, even though that she bought all the stuff. I don't even know why we're doing this, but yeah, she's going again to double check that she has everything for everybody and then some. And before I would say no, you go, I'll wait for you in the car. And now it's like I could keep up with her, which is great, and sometimes it's like she's exhausted, and it's like, come on, let's go one more store, So I think my energy levels, have kicked in a little bit, and I truly enjoy that. That it's like I'm not running, on E. It feels like I was running on E before all the time, and now it's like I got a little oomph in my step. And yeah, let's go to the next store. You want to go? Let's go. Let's go one more store. And she's now forever saying like, "Are you sure? Are you okay? You feel all right?" I said, "Yeah, no, let's go. Keep on going." So yeah, that little boost of energy, I do enjoy it. Yes, sir.
Awesome, brother. I love that. I love hearing that. I remember on one of the calls that you and I had before, you mentioned, some big significant change. Would you share that with the guys that you did? What did you do? What did you ended up purchasing as you were going through?
You mean what I purchased?
Yeah, that you wear.
Oh, I got you. I got you. And okay, yes, I attend church here in the down in the neighborhood that I live in, and I winded up. I think it was. I want to say it was either 30 days in or like 5, 6 weeks in. I had to go to the tailor and had my suit fixed. And she turned around and said, "Man, that's gonna be too expensive. You might as well get another one, and it'll be cheaper." So I ended up getting a smaller suit, which is awesome. And I don't know if you remember in our conversations that I mentioned that I wanted to get down to 220 and maybe size 38. I'm down to 229 and a size 38. I just bought a brand new pair of jeans 2 days ago because the ones that I had purchased before, that they're a little big to me for me. So now I got to use those for work. And yeah, I bought three size 38, I'm smiling, man. It's like my face hurts because I'm happy. I haven't been a size 38 in a long time. And by the way, Dave, my heaviest and my biggest, I was 306, and I used to have a size 46 waist, and I just like maybe maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, they have this thing that they come in and pick up donations and stuff like that. I gave those pants away because it's like, wow, what a horrible reminder of the human being that I was. I just let myself go in a way that, I don't know, I had no motivation, no oomph, life was like, this is it. But there's more to life than that. Thanks,
Awesome.
Dave.
Awesome, brother. I love that. And I love that story about your suit and just having to like, you know what, my suit's too big now. So now I gotta
Yeah,
get a new one. So you got to treat yourself to some nice clothes.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Awesome. So what would you
So
tell the guys that you're looking forward to now? I mean, now that you've gotten to where you are, I know you're still trying to get down to about 220, so just a little ways to go from where you were
yep.
before. What other
Uh,
things are you looking forward to?
well, my son came to visit not too long ago, and he was like, "Wow, Dad, uh, you look great, man." It's like, I'm actually, I took one of his pants and put it on. I said, "Look, I could fit in your clothes." So I think that hanging out with him, and he's gonna have a little baby girl now. I think I'm looking forward to having some time to spend with the granddaughter without me gasping for air or gasping for my life trying to chase after a toddler. So yeah, I think like I said, I'm besides myself. I never thought in a long time that I would be this light and this thin. Like I said, I thought I was just gonna die a blob of a human being. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to chase around my little granddaughter.
Awesome. That's so great because originally your goals when you showed up, it's like, hey, I gotta get start limiting these medications. I gotta get this weight off.
Yeah,
There's a lot of pain. Now the new
Yeah.
goals are life goals. Like I want to just spend more time with her and play with her because I have that
Yeah.
energy and you're just looking
Mhm.
forward to it. That's awesome. So what would you tell some of the guys listening right now that are just kind of on the fence about taking action and just doing something for themselves that are healthy? There's a lot of guys that are, because change is scary, right? Change can
Yeah,
be
it
very
is.
scary. You're threatening your own, sense of the status quo, things that you're used to doing. What would you tell someone that's afraid to make some changes?
I know that it's hard. It's hard to change the way you are, but it is worth, the at least give yourself the opportunity, the opportunity of at least the first 90 days, and go through the program and try it. Honestly, try it. Don't skim over it. No, go through the lessons, understand the material, and apply them one by one. And you'll see the stuff will just peel off you in a way that you think that it's not normal. Uh, my wife is like besides herself, and even my wife is a little involved. We try not to eat, we try not to buy no junk food. We stopped drinking sodas. We stopped drinking juices, and it's nothing but lemon water and tea. Lemon water and tea.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it,
And
man.
there they are right there. So, but yeah, I think that you have to give it. Listen, you got to invest in yourself. That was the phrase that really caught me. You have to invest in yourself, and you have to put priorities where they belong. You have to take care of yourself. If you have a family, you have to be all right yourself in order to help your family, take care of your family. If you're not there, who's gonna do that for them? So,
Absolutely, absolutely. And I see it so often, and especially as military guys, we have this, and not only just military men, but just men in general, and people especially who are fathers, right? We
mhm.
have this mindset that everyone else does need to come first, and that's very honorable and very great. But if we're neglecting our own health, we're not
That's it.
necessarily putting them first, right? If we're neglecting our own health, we're setting up a situation to where they got to take care of us, 10,
Hmm.
20, 30 years down the road, and then we're no longer putting them before us. We're now putting ourselves before
Yeah.
everything else because we're suffering. So if
Yep.
you're not, if you're scared about taking action, anybody that's listening right now, if you're scared about taking action, whether you decide that you want to have a conversation directly with me or you want to try something else, I want to just want to encourage you to do something, right?
Yes,
Really
sir.
just try and do something, because here's one of the secrets. Actions come before motivation. If you're having a motivation issue, I'm not motivated to get to the gym. I'm not motivated to think about healthy nutrition. I'm not motivated to eat some more vegetables. I'm not motivated to take the dog for a longer walk. Just do an action, right? Do a small 5-minute action, and the motivation ends up coming afterwards. And I want to encourage everyone in this group that's listening to this right now, no matter what you decide to do, take action. And if you guys are on the fence right now and you're just curious about what he did, and you want me to reach out to you, we'll have that conversation. No obligation to hop on with me or anything. I just want to ask you what your goals are, figure out what you're doing right now, and see how we can fix that. So if you want that, just comment me below in the comment section. I'll reach out to you. We'll have a conversation. Maybe we can hop on a call and just really see where you're at, right? I just want to figure out what your goals are and how, and if I can help you. And if I can't, I'm still going to do the best I can to point you guys in the right direction. That's all I want for you guys. I want everyone in this group to take action and just start moving forward towards your goals. Right. So, Juan, I'm super glad and super pumped that you're on this podcast with me here today. It's great to see you. You're looking great. I'm glad that you got
Thank you.
that suit and you're probably looking fly in that. I hope you can take some time to post a picture of you in your new suit down into the
Yeah,
group.
sure.
I'm sure the
Sure, I
guys
can
would
do
love to
that.
see that. Awesome. So we're going to wrap that up here for today, Juan. If you want to stick around after the call, well, I'm going to stop the live. But guys, if you want to have that conversation, just comment me below. I'll reach out to you in Messenger, and we'll just have a little conversation there and see what it is you're actually looking for and how we may be able to help. So that's it for today, guys. Juan, thanks for being here, and I will catch you guys next time. Y'all have a great day, and y'all have a Merry Christmas coming up soon as well.